One of the best ways to make your handmade sewing product stand out is by adding more than just your brand name to your fabric label. Your customers will decide in seconds if they're going to buy your beautiful handmade product or shop elsewhere. The question isn't always, is this made well? It's why should I buy it? So do you want to know what it is that you can add to your fabric label? It's simple. It's your product name. I make scrunchies for my handmade small business, and as I was already making my fabric labels, I decided to make a small change, and I added the product name to my double-sided fabric label. That decision changed everything. You're no longer just selling your scrunchie, you're selling an experience, and it's that experience that will make your customers come back for more, especially if you have a lot of fun choosing the names. Let's take a look at one of my own scrunchies. This is my lovely pink scrunchie. Yes, that is exactly the name that I've given it, because that's exactly what I thought when I first made one for myself. It's made from this beautiful pink deluxe satin. It's silky soft, and honestly, it's just lovely to look at. And every time I went to put it in my hair, I'd find myself saying, "Where's my lovely pink scrunchie?" And I wanted my customers to have the same experience whenever they buy my lovely pink scrunchie. And that was when it clicked. I knew I had to put it on my fabric label. And yes, I did make it with pink ribbon as well, making it even more lovely. And do you want to know the best part about this? There's no extra cost involved. You still have to make your fabric label in the exact same way. You're just changing the text. And whenever I make mine, I bulk make my scrunchies. So I just count all my scrunchies when I'm finished making them, work out how many product labels I need, and just print and make the ones that I need at that time. And how do you make double-sided fabric labels? That's easy. You just need to watch this video. But don't click away just yet, because before you watch that, I want to show you how I added the product name to my label, because that's what turns your label from being nice into something that really connects with your customer. So I use Canva to design my fabric labels, and this was my label before I made the changes, and this was my label once I'd made that change and added my product name. So let me show you how I did that. So let's assume you've reached this stage of your label design. Now if you've seen my other video, then this will make sense, but if not, this is my center line and these are my two seam allowance lines, and I'll link my other video at the end so you've got all the information that you need. But essentially your label's got two sides, a front and a back. My brand name's going to go up the top here. You can use a logo or just type some text, and I'm going to put the product name down here. I'll move my logo onto the design and just bringing it into alignment, using these lines to make it center aligned. I then turned my logo upside down because this is going to be folded over. Bring that into the center. And now I want to add my product name here. So I'm going to add a text box. Bring that into the center in between these two lines and just type your product name and choose your font. For my label, I actually had two text boxes because I wanted the word scrunchie to be in a different font. So all I did was just add a second text box and just chose a different font style. Move it to a size that I'm comfortable with, just using the circle in the corner to drag that out. Once I'm happy with where they're positioned, I go up to position, layers, select the two different fonts and group those together. Now I can move that around on my label design and bring that into the center using these two lines as a guide. And this is the time that you want to make a copy of this label design. So if you've got other product name labels that you're going to make, you can just come down here to these three dots, select duplicate page, and then you can go in and change the name of your product, keeping your position and your font styles all the same. And then you can do that as many times as you like. But once you've completed your design, click on your text, go to position and select your product name text and your logo or your brand name if you've just used text to type your brand name, and group those together. That will keep those in position. And then you can go ahead and delete the black lines because they're there just for a guide. And once that's finished, you can go ahead and download your label as a PNG file, and then you just go ahead and create your A4 page of labels, which is also covered in my other video. But now you've seen how this works, start thinking about your own product names and how this could work for your handmade business. Giving it a name can really help your product stand out in a crowded market. So don't underestimate just how important your fabric label is. Don't forget to hit subscribe and watch out for my upcoming video where I'm going to show you how you can create a template for your fabric labels that will allow you to print multiple different labels on just one sheet of transfer paper. Thank you so much for watching.